the table over in La Liga as they continue to win, and they're chasing pack stutter to keep up the heat. What's going to go on this weekend? We'll take a little look next. Another production video today. We look forward to match number 26 over in La Liga, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button to keep banging up to all things Rovers related, La Liga related, world football related. We gotta know here, boys. Under Warren Brewski, of course, La Liga is getting well, it looks to be getting a bit boring now, isn't it? Of course, Real Madrid running away with it. Of course, with the chasing pack stuttering to deliver. Of course, the results. Of course, we'll look at the table in just a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs, the other patrons, guys. Thank you very much. Of course, behind the scenes. Of course, if you want to help out the channel in another way, check out the link down below. Patreon.com/Roverseas. So here we go then. Of course, recap the results last round. Then shall we, of course, see where we are, and of course see where we're going to go as well. Kicking all off with a double bubble for Atlético Madrid. They took on Levante and they lost. Wow, we were there, right? Oh shit, all season. Still fifth though. Still within touch of distance to the Champions League. And of course, they'll need to get that over the line if they're going to keep Simeone in charge. Meanwhile, Bilbao picked up a 4-0 win over Sociedad. Big comfortable win for them. They're up to 8th in the table. Sociedad in 7th, of course. Betis pick up a 2-1 win over Mallorca. They remain in the top 4, looking good as well for it. 2-1 win for them. Meanwhile, Atlético Madrid did bounce back with a win against Osasuna in Osasuna, of course, to extend their points tally in the end. Kicking off forward. Celta Vigo and Levante was a draw, 1-1 in the end. Espanyol picked up a draw also against Sevilla, who dropped points, like I said. And Cádiz also picked up a draw against Getafe. A lot of draws knocking around as well. Elche did beat Rayo Vallecano, who of course continued to drop down the table after their fantastic first half of the season. It's all gone a little bit wobbly for them. Meanwhile, Granada did lose to Villarreal, 4-1 win for them. They of course back up to 6th in the table as well, making a push for top 4. Valencia did lose as well at home to Barcelona. Of course, going down to 12 for Barcelona into the top 4 and looked good as well. And of course, finally there, Real Madrid 3-0 winners over Alavés, and I called it, lads. Absolutely called it. So let's take a look at, of course, the table. It does look like this. Real Madrid look like this. 6 points clear over Sevilla, who of course got a 5-point clearance of Betis, and of course they've got 4 points clear over Barcelona. But the race for the top 4 is still on with Barcelona, Madrid, and Villarreal still in the mix there, of course. And you might even consider Real Sociedad and Bilbao in that hunt as well. Down the foot of the table though, who's going down? Of course, Levante, Alavés, and Cádiz at the moment with Granada, Mallorca and Getafe not too far away either, but it could all change in a matter of days, of course, as we look forward to the next round of matches. But of course, this is the prediction league. Let's take a look at it for this week and this week alone. Take a look, take a bow. Carl Muckian with 8 points on the floor there. Well done to you, sir. And of course, big shout out to my patrons who are kicking ass and taking names behind the scenes. Do appreciate the love. Meanwhile, kicking it forward, this is the mini leaderboard for the second half of the season. Max Ngali leads the charge, 38 points on the board, with Shane O'Donnell in second and Deep at the Great in third, brother. And of course, big shout out to my patrons as well. Again, by this time next week, I think we will have the verdict of the predictor of the month for the month of February. So if you can get a good week here, you might boost your chances as well. I have no idea who's winning this month, but of course we'll see next week. Get involved with that. Cutty Fortress Espanyol, good bit of chance to get your name in lights. And of course, there we go. Here's the 11 games. Of course, we are including the Mallorca Sociedad game, which of course will take place middle of next week. I might come back before that. I might come back. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, kicking off forward, it'll be Madrid up against Celta Vigo. Of course, taking place on Saturday, February the 26th. Now, these two sides, of course, play each other on my ass 46 times since 1993. 23 wins for Atlético, 12 wins for Celta Vigo, and 11 draws. Of course, meanwhile, Atlético coming this 1-3, lost 3 of the last 6, 50% form. Meanwhile, Celta Vigo just 1 defeat the past 6 for them, 58% form at the moment. Of course, last round in Madrid, it was a 2-2 draw back in February 2021. The reverse fixture back in Celta Vigo was a 2-1 win for Atlético back in August. That was, of course, match number 1. Of course, Atlético picked up a 3-0 win over Osasuna. Celta Vigo picking up a draw against Levante. It's actually been back-to-back draws for Celta Vigo. And of course, they haven't lost since their loss against Sociedad way back, of course, 8th of Jan. Looking at the odds for this one then, shall we? We got Atlético Madrid 20-11 on for the Rick Cheat, 14-5 short, and 92 is your away win. Going to go with Celta Vigo to lose this one, 3-1 win in the end. Atlético Madrid boosting their top 4 chances. Kicking off forward, it'll be Barcelona up against Athletic Bilbao. Of course, difficult game this one for Barcelona. Over at the Camp Nou. Now, these two sides have played 74 times since 1993, 46 wins for Barcelona, 13 wins for Bilbao, and 15 draws. Just 1 defeat in the past 6 for Barcelona, 67% form. Meanwhile, 1 defeat past 6 for Bilbao, 75% form as well. So actually 67% form for Barcelona, 75% form for Bilbao. Meanwhile, Barcelona coming to this on the back of winning last time around in the Camp Nou. That was back in, of course, January 2021. That was, of course, match number 21 last season. The reverse fixture in Bilbao was the draw way back in August 2021. They've also played each other in the Copa del Rey, and of course, Bilbao picked up a 3-2 win in round of 16 as well. Kicking off forward, Barcelona picked up a 4-1 win win over Valencia. Of course, Bilbao picking up a 4-0 win over Sociedad. The odds though for this one, Barcelona 20-11 on for the victory, 11-4 is short, and 90-4 is your way win. Of course, my heart wants Bilbao, but of course my head says Barcelona 2 to win for them on the end of the final whistle on that badger. Meanwhile, kicking off forward will be Getafe against Alavés over in Getafe, also on Saturday, February 26th. Now these two sides have played 15 times 2003. There are 3 wins for Getafe, 4 wins for Alavés, and 8 draws. Just one defeat the past 5 for Getafe, 50% form up against the Alavés side, who've won 2 of the last 6, 33% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round though, over in Getafe, it was a 0-0 draw back in January 2021. The reverse fixture back in Alavés in this season was, of course, back in December as a draw as well. In fact, the last 5 occasions between these two sides have all ended up as a draw. Would it be a 6-peat? We'll have to see about that. Meanwhile, Getafe picked up a draw against Cádiz, and of course, Alavés did lose to Real Madrid last round. The odds though for this one, 2017 on, is your Getafe 21-10 is your draw, and 3-1 is your away win. That is Alavés on this one. Going to go with another draw here, 1-1 in the end. Point split right down the middle. Kicking off forwards, Granada up against Cádiz. That's on Monday night, of course, 28th of Feb, the last day of the month. Kicking off forward, played each other 10 times, 2008, 3 wins for Granada, 2 wins for Cádiz, and 5 draws. Of course, Granada, they'll come to this without a win in the last 6 games. They look absolutely wobbly right now. 8% form up against the Cádiz side, just 1 win 6 for them, 42% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time out in Granada was a 1-0 for Cádiz. That was, of course, back in May 2021. The reverse fixture in Cádiz back in December was a 1-1 draw as well. The home side has only won once of the last 6, and that was when Granada beat Cádiz back in 2018 in the Segunda Division. Of course, Villarreal pick up a 4-1 over Granada. Of course, Cádiz pick up a draw against Getafe. They come to this on the back of 2 draws in succession. 11-10 on is your Granada, 11-4 is your Cádiz, and 9-4 is your draw. Tight this one. Going to go with the win for the host here. They need one to get back into winning ways. 2-1 win in the end for Granada on this. Next up we have the Zinger chicken dinner. Sevilla against Betis. Of course, both in the top 4. Second against third. Played each other 52 times in 1995. 24 wins for Sevilla, 11 wins for Betis, and 17 draws. Of course, Sevilla, they're coming to this unbeaten in the last 6, 67% form. Meanwhile, Betis coming to this on the back of 5 wins in the past 6, 83% form. Wow. Coming at you last round in Sevilla was a 1-0 win for Sevilla back in March 2021. The reverse fixture in Betis back in, of course, January, actually in November, was a 2-0 win for Sevilla as well. They also played each other in the Copa del Rey. Real Betis won that one. That was, of course, back in January. And that was a 2-1 win for Betis in Betis. Wow, goodness gracious me. Of course, Betis pick up a 2-1 win over Mallorca. They come into this on the back of 4 wins in succession. Meanwhile, of course, Sevilla come into this on the back of a draw against Espanyol. And they've also got a Europa League encounter midweek. Both of them are actually in European action this midweek, with Betis taking on St. Petersburg in Spain. Of course, Sevilla going to Croatia to take on Zagreb. Of course, look at the odds for this one in a close one. 21-20 is your Sevilla, 13-5 is your Betis, and 9-4 is your draw. Going to go with a 3-2 win for Sevilla to take it to the house and, of course, maintain their title dreams, even though they're a little bit out of the woods just at the moment. Kicking off was Villarreal against Espanyol in Villarreal. And now these two sides have played 44 times in 98, 15 wins for Villarreal, 8 wins for Espanyol, and 21 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat the past 6 games for Villarreal, 67% form up against the Espanyol side, who haven't won in the last 7 games. Of course, 25% form for them at the moment. Of course, that's around over in Villarreal. That was a 2-win for Espanyol. That was back in January 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, in Espanyol was a 0-0 draw back in August. Espanyol picking up a draw against Sevilla. In fact, back-to-back draws for them. Meanwhile, Villarreal comes in on the back of a 4-1 over Granada. The odds, though, 2-1 is your 2-1 on is your Villarreal, 3-1 is your draw, 5-1 is your away win. That is Espanyol. The hosts are going to win this one, aren't they? 2-0 win in the end to take it to the house. Of course, next, of course, Rayo Vallecano and Real Madrid locking horns over in the Estadio de Valencia, of course, on the 26th of Feb. Played each other 27 times in 93, 3 wins for Vallecano, 23 wins for Madrid, and we got 1 draw. Just 1 win and 6 though for Vallecano right now, 17% form up against the Madrid side, who have won 2, lost 2, drawn 2, 50% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around over in Vallecano was a 1-win for Vallecano. That was back in April 2019. The reverse fixture in the Bernabeu back in November was a 2-1 win for Real Madrid. It wasn't too long ago when Real Madrid put 10 past Vallecano way back, of course, December 2015. Madrid picking up a 3-0 win over Alavés. Of course, Vallecano picking up a loss against Elche this past weekend. Meanwhile, kicking forward the odds for this one. What do we got on the odds on this? Vallecano coming at you 50-4 for the victory, 64 on is your Madrid, and of course 11-4 is your draw. Going to go with a 3-1 win for Real Madrid to maintain the top of the league status no matter what. To kick it off forward will be Mallorca up against Valencia, of course, on Saturday, February 26th. Now these two sides, of course, play each other 35 times since 1997, 9 wins for Mallorca, 70 wins for Valencia, and 9 draws. Of course, Mallorca, though, won 3, lost 3 of the last 6, 50% form up against the Valencia side, who've just won once of the past 6, 33% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round in Mallorca was a 4-1 win for Mallorca. That was, of course, back in January 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, in Valencia Back in, of course, October was a 2-2 draw as well. Mallorca picking up a 2-1 loss against Real Betis. Valencia picking up a 4-1 win, 4-1 loss against Barcelona. The odds, though, for this one, 29-20 is your Mallorca, 50-8 is your Valencia, and 2-1 is your draw. Going to go with a 1-0 win for Valencia on the road here, of course, to get himself back into winning ways. Kicking on forward to the final three, it's Sociedad, my boys, taking on Osasuna. Must win, I think, for Sociedad. Played each other, according to my eyes, 37 times in 1993, 18 wins for Sociedad, 8 wins for Osasuna, and 11 draws. Just 1 minute 6 there for Sociedad right now, 42% form up against the Osasuna side, who've won 2, lost 3, drawn 1 of the last 6, 42% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round in Sociedad, in competitive action, was a 1-1 draw back in January 2021. The reverse fixture in Osasuna win for Sociedad back in November. Sociedad, though, coming to this on the back of a 4-0 drubbing by Bilbao. Meanwhile, Osasuna coming to this on the back of a 3-0 loss against Atlético. Of course, so both sides looking for a response. 10-7 on is your Real Sociedad, 12-5 is your draw, 7-2 is your away win. That is Osasuna. Got to back my boys here with a 2-0 win for them at home to get back to winning ways. Kicking off was Levante up against Elche. Of course, that'll take place on Friday. Of course, we saved pretty much the first to last. Of course, played each other 30 times. 7-12 wins for Levante, 4 wins for Elche. And we've got 14 draws, of course. 2 wins in the past 6 games for Levante, 42% form. Because Elche side who've just lost 1 to the past... what are we looking at here? They've won 3, lost 2, drawn 1 of the last 6. 58% form for Elche. Kicking on forward, though, last round in Levante was a 1-1 draw back in, of course, November 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, in Elche was, of course, a 1-1 draw also. Wow. Kicking on forward, of course, Levante picked up a draw against Celta Vigo. Of course, Elche did pick up a win over Vallecano. The odds over here, 20-19 is your Levante, 9-4 is your draw, 5-2 is your away win. So that's 20-19 on for Levante. They are your favourites. I think I've gone with the draw, haven't I? 1-1 draw in the end to take it down. So that's, of course, completes that fixture list. We're going to do the Bruce Lee bonus, though, which, of course, will be... it's Mallorca. They're going to be taking on, of course, Sociedad. That's, of course, into the month of March. We might be back before that, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. Of course, now these two sides have played 3-1 times in 98, 12 wins for Mallorca, 60 wins for Sociedad, and 3 draws, of course. Mallorca, though, winning 3, lost 3, and the last 6, 50% form. Of course, Sociedad, 42% form for them as well. Last round in Mallorca was a 1-win for Sociedad back in August 2019. The reverse fixture in Real Sociedad was a 1-win as well. So Sociedad coming to this on the back of 1, 2, 3, 4 wins over Mallorca and haven't conceded a goal in any of them. So good odds for them. Of course, got no odds for this one, of course. So going with my gut. My gut says a win for Sociedad on the road. Yes, 1-0 win in the end to take it to the house. That's, of course, my picks. Be sure to get your own picks in as well. Use the link down there, cut your force at Espanyol. Of course, hopefully I'll see you next time around. Of course, we'll have the winner of the predictor of the month, bring you bang up to date with the master leaderboard and all that kind of jazz. But until then, give us some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check out the links down on Twitter, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Facebook, and I'm also on Patreon. And if you think you are a La Liga expert or a nerd, football nerd, want to get into football content creation, get involved with me, back down below. Better still, follow me on Twitter, direct message me that way, of course, and we'll look forward to seeing you, hopefully, sitting in this hot seat in the future. But until then, guys, I'll see you soon. Until then, dudes, we're done for now.